Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, but especially good morning. This is Boho with the info, and we're coming to you guys with a live update as of July 2nd here in the morning hours. I have an update on the hurricane that I need to show you guys that has changed track again. Um, it has moved in a different position as of Wednesday around 11 p.m. at night, which is July the 7th. It has steered clear of southwest Florida now and is actually moving way up towards Tallahassee. The new pinpoint landmarks that I'm looking at right now is Hampton Springs Roach, Deckle Beach, Lonzo area. Okay. And the intensifying on the speed as well. As this is coming in, let me look at where we're looking on this speed here. Hang on a minute. What you're seeing in red will be the actual wind speeds and wind gusts kind of thing. And this is going to be, let's record it per hour. So let me see here. All right, it looks like the wind gusts aren't too bad. So it's just the regular ground speed type situation that we're looking at, right? So, yeah, this could actually teeter in either direction, either a tropical depression or an actual hurricane. The ground speed, though, is what I'm looking at. That's where we've got some intensity that's like around 70 to 89 to 90 some miles per hour kind of situation. Everything that you're seeing in red there. And it has steered clear of Tampa, as well as some of the southern areas that I said yesterday on my show. So we're looking better that way. But the rainfall still is going to be the problem, as well as flooding, okay? And since this is going to be hitting on July 7th now around 11 p.m. at landfall so far, it's still the flood issue that we got to watch for, especially between Tallahassee, Orlando, and Jacksonville. The actual bands have intensified, but they're also carrying a lot of water in the outer bands. Okay. So there could be potential of flash flooding. Now, I'm going to progress this overnight into Thursday the 8th. And this is at 2 a.m. So definitely Tallahassee's going to see a big amount of this water coming from the storm with the rainfall. I'm looking, anything that you're seeing in red to really dark red is 2 inches per hour. Okay. That's 2 inches per hour. And this is around 2 a.m. So from 11 to 2 a.m., that's where it's made its way onshore. There's probably going to be beach erosion in that area, like I said. And then around 5 a.m., it goes between Tallahassee and Jacksonville and goes into Georgia, right across the state border. Okay. So heads up on that. And it looks like this might be, since this is moving, seems like more of a land situation. We'll have to play it out and see. But it looks like it might stay on land instead of going back out into the Atlantic. So let me play this out and see where we're at on it. So yeah, like Georgia and South Carolina, it's probably heading towards your area around 8 a.m. right on the state line area. And then, like I say, it's still got buckets of water. Anything you're seeing, like in pink to red to dark red, is anywhere from 1 to 2 or more inches per hour kind of thing. So there could be flooding even in Georgia, central to eastern Georgia to South Carolina. Pretty much the whole state is covered with rainfall. And then even in North Carolina, it's making its way. This is all the way through on the 8th. Everything that I'm showing you on the 8th, okay? That's the 8th of July, that is. So, yeah, I think this is going to be more of a land moving kind of storm instead of popping back out. It could go back out into Virginia Beach area, but I don't have any more information yet on that because it's changed such greatly. But let's look back into the Caribbean because over here in the Gulf of Mexico, over on the Mexican border area, right over, give me a minute, let me move it over. For those, I know I have some travelers out there traveling to Mexico, and then catch the highway systems, you know, for, their vacation thing. But, yeah, it looks like, let's just see what their weather is down there, shall we? So let's go to Mexican. I got some tourist people here from Florida, or not moving, but vacationing in Mexico. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be pretty much dry on the 2nd, the 3rd, and then we've got some showers. Looks like showing up on the mountain range a little bit on the western side of Mexico on the 3rd, and then let's see what's happening on the 4th. So I hope you guys get this note, pass it along the network, because I know there's still some people that listen to my show or patriots that are, or whoever out there that are identifying themselves, I guess, that have lived in Florida. And so the storm isn't out of anybody's eyes, but it seems like everything's kind of switching and changing, a little bit. So just keep tuned to my channel here. So yeah, it looks like a little bit of showers are showing up here in a little bit going into Monterey on 4th. And then it seems like more and more going into like Texas too, over there at San Antonio area. Way over here also on the west coast of Mexico. Lots of rain over there. Lots of rain. And it looks like we just got a little bit going on down here near Ciudad, I guess it looks like. Let's see what else is happening. I know around, what was it, the 8th I said? Let's go to 8th, because I said there's some strange weather happening over there in Texas in the border of Mexico. So if anybody's traveling, via the highway, for their vacations, heads up, yeah. So that's what I thought. Right over here on the border, looks like right over. Oh, we got a little thing going on. A little bit of stuff coming off the Gulf of Mexico. Let's see here. So Monterey, Monclova, Reynosa. What's this one here? Looks like that's pretty heavy. A little bit, about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch right there. Not sure where that one is. Let's see where that one is. Okay, that's where that one is. That one's got about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch coming in. Also over here in the Gulf, because right now we're in, that hurricane season, right? Everybody knows that. So right over here in Alabama, Mississippi area, we've got some showers happening both over the state line. And then let's look further down into the Caribbean to see if there's any other things that might be coming up for those that uh, need to know about any of that stuff, right? So let's check some of that out. Um, but heads up on Cuba there, because when the storm comes over into the mountains, of course, it's going to dump piles of water. Okay, so it could be flash flooding for them as well when this hurricane comes up. But let's check over here into the Caribbean more, because I want to see if we got any other systems that might be coming off of Africa, right? So, pretty good at this. Not, perfect, but pretty good, right? So let's just check this all out. We'll kind of push it all back, and I know I've got a time frame because I'm looking into a little bit into the future here, because what I'm trying to get at is this is going to be like for Thursday the 8th, right? Maybe, if it will show me here. Let's see. See, it's interesting because it seems how weather's like just disrupting everything, even on radar. It's just weird. Definitely weird. All right. So yeah, there is a little blob coming off of right here. I don't know if you guys see that or not. There is a couple blobs right here. This one I'd be concerned about. That one right there a little bit. That's actually got a hole in it. This one here, I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Let's just check this one. I'm going to pop this one overnight. This is the 8th that we got something coming off of Africa. Let's just check into that one a little bit, see where that one might be taking us. You just never know, being that the tropics and it's that season. It looks like it's going to dissipate. All right. Let's see if there's anything else happening over here in... Yeah, we've got a little bit of showers. See all this in Mexico? Okay, right around the 9th, we got a lot of heavy thunderstorms and showers, and some of it's pretty heavy. Some of it's like 1 inch. So, like, if you're traveling on any of the highways, be careful. And there's something in the Gulf here, too. Let's see what's going to happen with any of that. Let me check that out. So we're going to move this way up on the 10th, right? Which is Saturday. So let us check that one out. I hope you all had a cup of coffee this morning. With my show, I always, make my 2 cents worth and give you my opinion. And you guys can do your own research. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. And we make no claims on anything medically or otherwise. You know that in any of the shows. But we had to come to you this morning because I know there were a lot of people sweating over there in Florida about the storm coming in, and they're still going to sweat because it seems like it's still moving around. So yeah. All right, let's see if we can focus a little bit more into this. I guess the satellites are having a little rough time, maybe. Let's see. Everybody got their coffee? I got my coffee. I know it's early in the morning, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of good news, So, yeah. So there's going to be a lot of showers on the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, all in Mexico and even in southern parts of Texas, southern parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Okay. So for those that are on vacation traveling, be careful. And then this is the 11th. And it looks like, yeah, it's just that tropicalness. So it's kind of, kind of alleviated a little bit. So it's more heavy on showers from Mexico to Texas to Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, kind of thing from the 7th to the 9th. Okay. So a lot of heavy showers. Some of it could be even flash flooding situations for all that area if you're traveling on the highways or roads between. Because I've got someone text me, like, give them a report from Mexico all the way over to Florida. So that's what I'm looking at. So there could be a lot of rainfall. Be careful with accidents and things on the road, but also a lot of heavy rainfall and possible flash flooding. So this takes it all the way up through the 11th. From the 7th to the 11th, that's what I'm seeing for showers in that region. So yeah, just to give you a heads up. But otherwise, for the people in Florida that wanted me to give them more information on the storm coming up, or hurricane, whichever they're going to call it, tropical storm or hurricane, it looks like it's changed course for Florida. Not hitting, from what I'm seeing projection wise right now, uh, Southwest Florida. It's kind of moved out into the Gulf. So this thing is playing like the teeter-totter effect, as I call it. And it's moved more in the Gulf of Mexico, which means it's going to move towards the Panhandle area or Tallahassee, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Uh, so, yeah, this is the 7th, just to give you a timeline, from 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I'm going to give you it all the way up until 11 o'clock, because at 11 o'clock, that's where it's going to be going into Florida, at least the part of the eye. And it will make landfall overnight, kind of thing, from 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. at night into the wee hours of the morning. So you can see the course and the pattern of how, when, and where it's going to go into. Okay. And like I say, this one looks like it's going to stay there for a bit. Now, also give me an advisory over here off of, just saw this pop up too. This one is going to be a problem for Mexico. Bagri, El Bagri, Monte Morlos, Cruz Verde de Bravo area. I do see a high potential of a lot of rain there. It looks like a big thunderstorm cell, about 3 inches worth. It's very close to Monterey. I'd say maybe 25 miles, if that. And it looks like it's blowing more into the western direction. So from Monterey over to Torreon area, it could be affected on the 7th at about 11 p.m. overnight kind of situation. So be advised. But otherwise, for the Florida people, if you're living around any creeks, streams, rivers, lakes, ponds, etc., and so on, or dams, as a storm comes in, it could basically do a flash flood situation and breach of any kind of dams or levees and things, okay? Remember also in Florida, aquifers run from north to south, so whatever water comes in on land is going to push south, okay? So still, even if you're living in Southwest Florida or Miami, all this stuff eventually drains way down there, and it could have potentials where rivers are running high, even above high tide level stuff, okay? Or you know what I mean. So, okay, so this is just the update. Just coming to you guys real quick. Stay tuned for my other shows. I will post this in YouTube and Twitter, and we'll see you next time. This is Boho with the info. We're over and out. Bye.